Hello, my dear friends, how are you? Conversation, communication, talks, whatever we are listening, whatever we are talking, it matters and matters a lot, really. And either it can positively impact our life or quite negatively as well. And it depends upon the way we are talking, the way we are letting somebody talk. It is as for the public relationships are concerned, relationship with a certain people is concerned, it plays a decisive role. It plays a very important or even crucial role, either in improving our relationships or destroying our relationships. So let's begin about all that, my dear friends. There are certain things which are so bad that it never allows us to be a good conversationalist at all. So we do have to avoid, and these are only five things in number. Still, there are another five things which are highly beneficial, very useful indeed, and very important indeed. In a simpler way, there are five do's and five don'ts of the conversation. So let's begin with the don'ts. What are the five don'ts of the conversation? First of all, it is interrupting other people. When somebody is talking, and by not interrupting, we can understand the type of person she is, and we can gain so much out of their talk as well. Certain new informations, and which can lead to understanding something, one thing or the other thing. It really matters. Don't interrupt when somebody. Do your utmost not to interrupt and let somebody talk and be patient in that. Let them say what they want to say. Let them complete what they wanted to communicate, what they wanted to listen, what they wanted you to listen. And the second don't of the conversation is dominating the conversation. Domination means that you are not allowing somebody to talk. They want to say something, but they are not getting a space at all. They want to say something, but they are not getting the space at all. So, this actually means that you are dominating the conversation. And by dominating the conversation, on the one hand, we are annoying other people. On the other hand, by not providing them a space and an opportunity to talk, we are depriving ourselves of certain important things which we can learn, which we can listen from those people. So do not try to dominate the conversation, and it is the second don't of the five don'ts. And the third don't is being judgmental. And being judgmental means that it means making assumptions and jumping to conclusion. Making assumptions so frequently, so often, and jumping to conclusion. I know that. The type of person they are. Actually, you don't know anything else. And don't be judgmental at all. Avoid making assumptions. avoid jumping to conclusions. So that is the third don't of the conversation. And the fourth don't of the conversation is usage of negative language. What is the negative language? It is being critical and it is being negative. I think that both types of being critical and being negative in the language, I think it is really bad and we must be avoiding it because it does not lie our interest at all. It is the shortcut to making somebody switch off. Do not use the negative critical language at all. Now, the fifth and the last don't of the conversation is that is getting distracted. Mean not focusing upon, not concentrating upon, not properly paying attention to what somebody is talking. So that these are the five don'ts of the conversation. The first don't was interrupting somebody very frequently. The second don't of the conversation is that is dominating the conversation. The third don't of the conversation is being judgmental. The fourth don't of the conversation is usage of negative language. And the fifth and the last don't of the conversation is getting distracted. So these are the five don'ts of the conversation, and we should make sure that I'm not using any of the five don'ts in my conversation so that I could improve my relationship with the other person, so that I could gain something important out of the conversation of another person. Now, after talking about the five don'ts of the conversation, we are going to talk about the five do's of the conversation, as these are also important and quite important. The first do of the conversation is that is listening actively. Always listen actively, attentively, pay full attention, and use all your senses to listen, to get what somebody is talking about. Not only their words, even their body language as well. So that is called active listening. This is the first do of the conversation. And the second do of the conversation is asking open ended questions or seeking clarification when it is needed. Asking the open ended questions. What are the open ended questions, by the way? If at all your question can be answered by saying yes or by saying no. Oh, it is a closed-ended question, not an open-ended question at all. But if at all, in response to your question, somebody have to speak something, somebody have to use several sentences or even a single sentence, I think it means that you did ask the open ended question. And the purpose behind asking the open ended question is to get the maximum, letting somebody talk. And once they are talking, we can understand those people, we can understand the matter as well. So, the second do of the conversation is asking the open ended question. Now, the third do of the conversation is be present and be present, not to be absent, not to get busy on your smartphone, not to keep looking around here and there, not to preoccupy yourself with your mind with one thing or the other. And it is the third do of the conversation is that be present, and being present is very important indeed. Now, coming to the fourth do of the conversation, that is show empathy. Be empathetic. Showing the empathy mean when somebody is talking, when somebody is telling something, try to understand their perspective, try to understand their feeling, try to understand their concern, Try to put yourself in the shoes of another person so that you are better able to understand that what the other person is feeling, what they people are thinking. If I were in their position, I might have been thinking, I might have been feeling the same thing. So it is the fourth do of the conversation, which is called show empathy. Now, the fifth and the last do of the conversation is use positive body language. Using of the positive body language, not the negative body language at all. What is the positive body language? It is actually, establish an eye contact and smile frequently, excuse me, or show the concern where it is needed to show the concern. And it is something like that, establishing the eye contact and establishing and be an approachable, use the approachable, open and approachable body language. And it is like that, smiling, establishing the eye contact, and using the open and approachable body language. So if at all somebody has closed the arm, it is not the open and approachable body language, it is the closed body language. If at all we have crossed the legs, again it is not the open and not the approachable body language. It also means that we are not receptive. Here we are talking about using the body, using the positive body language. And it means establishing the eye contact, it means smiling, it means using the open and the approachable body language. So let me repeat very quickly for the five don't do's of the conversation. Number one, it is listening actively. Number two, asking open-ended questions. Number three, be present. Number four, show empathy. Number five, using positive body language. So, my dear friends, there are five do's and five don'ts as well about the conversation. I believe that if at all we are taking care of these five do's and the five don'ts of the conversation, I think our conversation level will improve a lot. We will become a far better conversationalist, and it will matter, and it matters a lot really. So, that is all from me today. Thank you very much.